Hello, my name is Ron Dziwenka. I'm a longtime practitioner of Taekwondo, almost 45 years. I'm a seventh dan in Kukkiwon and Changmukwan. I also spent 12 years studying and practicing in Korea in the 80s and 90s. Currently, I'm teaching history at Salisbury University here in Maryland. I'm also the president and co-founder of International Academic Center for Taekwondo, or iACT. On that, I've communicated and Zoomed with a number of your colleagues at ECTC and NCTA. In fact, it was President Dan Chuang who suggested that I create a 20-minute video on possible collaboration and mutual support that iACT can have with NCTA and ECTC to continue to grow your students through a wide range of Taekwondo-related activities and to strengthen the relationship between body and mind, competition, self-development, and academics. So I've created this video. I'm sending you the PowerPoint as well. So let me get to the video and the PowerPoint and start my presentation. International Academic Center for Taekwondo was actually started and founded in 2013 after the World Championships in Puebla, Mexico. Here's the title of my presentation. iACT unites academics, practice, competition, and shared discussion for all. iACT is registered and incorporated with the US government as a private, nonprofit, 501c3 tax-exempt status organization. So any person or private or public organization that sponsors our activities can get their sponsorship exempted from tax. iACT supports these activities by soliciting funds from various grassroots, local, regional, national, and international organizations and transnational individuals. The purpose of founding iACT a decade ago was to unite martial sport practice, training, and academics in unique, collaborative, engaging, holistic, and all-inclusive ways for the benefit of all practitioners in their study of Taekwondo and martial arts and martial sports. The mission statement of iACT includes promoting and conducting various activities related to Taekwondo research, academics, training, and learning. The purposes of iACT are to promote the medical, scientific, historical, and philosophical understandings of the martial art and martial sport of Taekwondo and other martial arts. The goals of iACT are to encourage the professional development of Taekwondoists through research conferences, tutorials, workshops and seminars, and other special projects related to Taekwondo and martial arts, in order to promote the sport and art of Taekwondo and provide related information that improves physical, mental, and emotional well-being and enhances education, social relationships, and sportsmanship. iACT inspires especially young scholar researchers, emerging scholar researchers, along with practitioners of martial arts and martial sports, by offering scholarship to promote their works and by publishing books. With this mission and vision, iACT has been making a difference in Taekwondo, as well as martial arts society locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. We have been contributing to the development of the study of various fields of martial arts and martial sports. iACT is co-authoring academic articles with selected Korean and international scholars to publish in peer-reviewed, Scopus-listed international journals. Due to iACT's efforts, peer-reviewed academic journals have taken the field of Taekwondo and martial sport martial arts studies more seriously by including manuscripts in these fields in their publications. With proven local, national, regional, and international Taekwondo organization sponsorship and individual and club donor support, iACT, along with its wide range of institutions and collaborators, has grown in stature to become a worldwide recognized institution. iACT has been honored with congratulatory messages and support for its conferences and workshops from the presidents of international organizations such as World Taekwondo, Kukkiwon, Taekwondo Promotion Foundation, Korean Taekwondo Association, World Changmukwan, Taekwondo Times Magazine, and American Taekwondo United. Taekwondo equipment manufacturers such as Sanmusa, Deidao, Muto, Vision USA, and 2020 Armor have been supporters of iACT. iACT has organized and held conferences at and collaborated with leaders in academic institutions that include UC Berkeley, Stanford University, New Mexico State University, Salisbury University, Yongsan University, Kyunghee University, Gamyang University, Yonsei University, University of Alberta, and Kasetsart University in Thailand. We continue to grow with our collegiate partners and grow the number of our collegiate partners. Our members and scholar researchers are presenters, authors, reviewers, and editors. iACT executive members have presented at international conferences and have published papers and have been reviewers and editors for peer-reviewed journals, such as IMA CSS, RAMA, INJOMA, IATR, American Philosophical Association, Society for the Study of Philosophy and the Martial Arts, World Taekwondo Research Society, International Council for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, Sport, and Dance, and Seoul Olympic Scientific Congress. iACT is currently commissioning submissions by selected international scholars in order to compile a manuscript for publication on various current issues in Taekwondo and martial arts to be published in 2026. And iACT has recently published 2 textbooks on martial arts and martial sports and Taekwondo. They are Foundations of Taekwondo, History, Theory, and Academics, and Martial Meditation, Philosophy and the Essence of the Martial Arts. The authors, Dr. Kim Dae-shik and Dr. Alan Bak, are the initial scholars of Taekwondo in English in the 70s and 80s. Alan Bak is still active. He's a philosophy professor at Kutztown University. The editor, Dr. John Johnson, is one of the most prolific current young scholars. He spent 20 years in Korea and got his PhD from Korean University in Taekwondo Studies. Grassroots promotion of academic Taekwondo through our Taekwondo textbooks. Private school Taekwondo masters, as well as the leaders of state, provincial, and regional Taekwondo and martial art organizations, have been purchasing our Taekwondo textbooks. They have been promoting their students and colleagues' learning, development, and study of martial arts in a variety of ways. Masters and school owners are gifting our iACT textbooks to students to commemorate their Taekwondo Dan promotions. Organizations have been presenting copies of the books, along with the usual medals and trophies, to deserving participants at school, local, state, provincial, and regional tournaments and championships. We hope that you would do the same as well. Masters and students have been purchasing the books via Amazon and sending the books directly to colleagues as gifts for special occasions, birthday, promotion, graduation, and so on. Some of iACT's collegiate partners have already ordered iACT's books for their libraries so that all students can have access to them for their research projects. More specifically, for Taekwondo students who are preparing for their High Dan thesis project, iACT's books are an excellent foundational resource to explore topics and start with, as the books cover all aspects of Taekwondo and martial arts, such as history of Eastern martial arts and their philosophies, contemporary martial arts, exercises and drills, practice benefits, sparring, development of morality, martial arts and violence, safety, self-defense, and Taekwondo and martial arts mastery. iACT has been communicating with Dr. Ken Min and Russell Ann from UC Berkeley, with Tim Gormley at Stanford. In fact, it was at Stanford where iACT held its conference in 2019. Dan Chuang at MIT, Rex Hadfield at Princeton, and Ron Southwick at Michigan State through email and Zoom meetings to talk about collaborating on the development of Taekwondo scholarship at NCTA and ECTC registered collegiate institutions, and also to talk about adopting iACT Taekwondo textbooks in the libraries of the USA Collegiate Systems institutions. Let's talk about that at some point. iACT's goals, purpose, and mission statement align with the aspirations of NCTA and ECTC. They align with those aspirations as stated in the websites of the organizations. Here's a quote from the NCTA homepage and the NCTA as a nonprofit organization site. The NCTA will continue to promote, foster, and broaden our activities in colleges and universities by providing quality instruction and coaching for Taekwondo students. The development of mind and body through qualified instructors and discipline training will enhance the success of academic improvement and social progress. iACT can help. iACT is also an incorporated, nonprofit, education-oriented organization, and we can partner with the NCTA to promote, foster, and broaden the activities of its members and students. Our conferences have highlighted presenters with a wide range of fields of interest. We have emphasized the liberal arts areas such as education pedagogy, leadership, history, philosophy, diplomacy, organizational development, psychology, and so on. Certainly, iACT's focus on academics and the development of local, regional, national, and international relationships in all areas of Taekwondo, such as Taekwondo organizations, equipment providers, universities and colleges, and publishers. This offers a broad range of activities with which to partner with NCTA and ECTC. Here's a quote from the History of NCTA site. The NCTA was formed in 1970 by a group of collegiate martial arts instructors. It works to promote Taekwondo in colleges and universities and to create a better understanding of the culture and philosophy of Taekwondo. The development of mind and body through qualified instructors and discipline training will enhance the success of academic improvement and social progress. This, of course, aligns with FISU's motto, excellence in mind and body. iACT can help with this. The culture, history, and philosophy of Taekwondo are iACT's emphases. But this includes the development and direction of these outside of the country where Taekwondo was founded as well. As a worldwide martial art and martial sport, through our ongoing and growing relationships with scholar researchers and practitioners all over the world, iACT has kept abreast of the country-specific and region-specific developments of the many Taekwondos in many countries where these developments are occurring. As all academic institutions do, iACT, NCTA, and ECTC also focus on excellence in the development of the mind and body in different and complementary ways, toward a holistic understanding of oneself as an engaged and informed social being. Success in academic improvement and social progress through the foundation of Taekwondo practice takes on many forms: growing future leaders, fostering more and better relationships, working constructively toward individual and group goals with others, and so on. As you all know and have been doing, our shared vocation as educators demands that we forge and grow future leaders in all areas of society. That's our charge. Here's another quote from the NCTA homepage. NCTA believes in academic improvement and social progress through Taekwondo. The organization serves to promote, foster, and diversify the experiences that can be obtained in college and universities by providing avenues for competition and education for collegiate athletes. iACT can support this. In both academics and Taekwondo practice, the improvement and progress to overcome challenges, be they on the mat or in the classroom, are best generated by a combination of focused concentration, discipline, perseverance, and dedication. As well, in both academics and Taekwondo practice, a diverse array of activities, viewpoints, and experiences offers students an avenue to widen their understanding of themselves and their place in society. The more diverse the experiences and activities you offer your students during their time at your institutions are, like the diverse range of points of view to discuss that iACT has offered at our conferences, the better we can understand and appreciate the diversity that is Taekwondo and academics. And through these experiences, the better everyone can be informed as interactive social beings. iACT's inclusive events include academics, practice, competition, and shared discussion, especially by growing our partnerships, collaborations, outreach, and support. iACT can continue to be an independent entity with the freedom to envision and organize inclusive events that combine academics, practice, competition, and shared discussion for all to participate in. This type of academic and open discussion venue is rare. iACT has steadfastly maintained its independence to choose our conference themes, and iACT posts our conference booklets, abstracts, presentations, and discussions on our website for free. iACT epitomizes transparency and inclusion and ensures that our discussions are respectful, objective, and factual, thus academic. Anybody can go to our website to access all past and upcoming iACT conferences, conference booklets, photos, projects, YouTube interviews, and more. iACT supports scientific investigation and scholarship. iACT supports and offers inclusive and collaborative efforts with other sports and philosophical societies in order to promote scientific investigation and scholarship within these many and other subfields of martial art and martial sport research. As you know very well, many of your students are interested and are studying these areas. I'm making available to you through the text of my presentation here, articles in all areas of these. I'm providing the text of this presentation with a list of academic articles in each of these areas. I'm sure you are interested in the academic research in competition and training, sociology and psychology. Some are interested in the academic research in self-realization and mind-body awareness, or aesthetics. For those in the STEM area, kinesiology and sports medicine. Taekwondo diplomacy has become a hot topic. As you know, as many of you know very well, the IOC has been working with the North Korean-based ITF and the South Korean-based WT to use Taekwondo as a tool for peace and diplomacy and possible long-term unification of the Korean Peninsula. So diplomacy is a new interesting area of research. Of course, you are interested in physical education, pedagogy, and leadership. Many of your students are as well. Or East and West syncretism or history. Some are interested in meditation. Certainly, motivation studies are very important in coaching Taekwondo students. Concussion studies have become a very important area of research. And of course, sports marketing for those in the business area. This last January, a few months ago, I went to Korea to gift our textbooks to the officials in major government or Taekwondo organizations. The textbooks that we gave, the two textbooks that we gave, were signed by Dr. Alan Beck, the author, and Dr. John Johnson, the editor. I went to the WT office and met with the WT education director, Jung Soo Yu. I met Dr. Yang Jinbang, the Korean Taekwondo Association president, in his office. In fact, I've known Dr. Yang since the mid-'80s. Dr. Yang spent more than 2.5 hours with us. He bought us lunch, and we had a very interesting talk with him. During COVID, Dr. Yang spent 2 years in China working on books on Pumse that are out now. I also went to Kukkiwon. I went there with Professor Young-Sun Kim from Yonsei University, who is also a senior researcher at Kukkiwon and a longtime colleague of mine. We met with Grandmaster Kim, the Changmakwon president, in his office at Kukkiwon. Grandmaster Kim is also a member of the Haidan promotion committee, Haidan test committee. And we also met with Grandmaster Sun Young No, the vice president of Kukkiwon. Grandmaster No was so interested in meeting with me and Professor Kim that he spent over 1.5 hours talking with us. All of these organizations have sponsored iACT's activities. You can see all kinds of sites to know more about iACT. Please look them up and let's talk about iACT going forward. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. We look forward to discussing how we can collaborate with you in coordinating our activities that allow all of us to succeed in our individual as well as our institutions and our collective goals as we strive to develop academic taekwondo and martial sport or martial practice and study for all. Also, there's some information about me, a bio of me. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you all about the next iACT conference. It will be at University of Alberta in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada in January 18th and 19th, 2025. It'll be a huge event. We're having 1 day of academics and 1 day of workshops, a number of workshops going on at the same time, just like we did in our first iACT in 2015 at New Mexico State University. In that one, we had Kim Jae-kyung and Kim Byung-chul, 2 Olympic gold medalists, as well as an ITF world champion, do the workshops. At the event in Edmonton, it will be the 50th anniversary of University of Alberta Taekwondo Club's founding, and it will also be the 70th anniversary of Yonsei University Taekwondo Club's founding by Richard Chung. So we're having a joint activity because the U of A and Yonsei University have had a relationship, an exchange relationship since 1982, and I was a member of that very first exchange. So I'm going to take this opportunity to invite President Dan Chuang to our event in January 2025 to represent NCTA, and I would like Dan to talk about the organizations that he belongs to, because we are thinking about and planning to start a Canadian organization similar to that. So thank you very much for listening to my presentation. I look forward to talking with you and collaborating with you going forward.